All right, today we're just gonna do a little like workshop-y class to help to bring more awareness into a certain aspect of the pose. The certain aspect is your feet, that's your foundation. And really important with all this foundation work that we're doing, we're learning how to activate the feet and the legs properly, which is gonna help to strengthen your hips and your core. So this is really important. For this, I'm gonna use a little ball underneath my foot. You could use a tennis ball, a racket ball, whatever kind of ball you got at home. Try not to use something real hard. I wouldn't use like a billiard ball. That would be too gnarly. Okay, so get your ball. If you don't end up having a ball, you can still practice some stuff from this video. Let's get started. Oh, hit the like button and leave a comment. Also subscribe to the channel, all right? Okay, so we're gonna use this ball to help to massage the muscles of the feet a little bit. So as you stand in Tadasana, I want you to just notice what the arches of your feet look like. You hear me talk about arches a lot when we practice. Pressing your feet evenly, lifting through your arches. What happens though is from all the shoe wearing, etc., the foot gets small, it gets crunched, and the arches also, we tend to roll to like inner or outer arch when we stand. So we want to start to build healthy arches by releasing, but then also strengthening the foot as well. So we're first going to do release stuff. If you don't have the ball, you won't be able to do the release stuff, but you could fast forward halfway through and then do the strengthening stuff that we're going to do with a towel. Everybody's got a towel, right? That's a common thing. Okay, so check it out. I take this ball and I'm going to put it right onto the toe mounds. I'm actually, to be most specific, I'm using a yoga tune-up ball, which you can find on the internet somewhere. Okay, so I put the ball right underneath the toe mounds, and then I'm just dragging the ball just gently side to side. If you have an injury in your foot, please be mindful to not put a lot of pressure on it. Then I'm going to pin the ball right into the middle of the toe mounds. I crunch my toes around the ball, and then I spread and open the toes as much as I can, noticing some toes don't spread as much. Then I squeeze in and open up. Squeeze in, open up. Then I'm going to slide just behind the toe mounds. I pin the foot there, and to get some better ankle movement, I'm going to invert and evert the foot, which is where I just roll the outside of the, roll down to the outer foot, and then roll into the inner foot. So I let the knee bend so I can do this movement. While you're doing this, it would be good to stand with good posture, with your chest open. All right, then I'm going to pin the ball right into the high point of the arch, which is right there. And then I'm just going to drag side to side. Chest open, neck upright. All right, then I pin the heel and I twist side to side, twist like we did last summer. Okay, then I'm just gonna roll the length of the foot. Oh, it feels the best. I just start in the middle of the foot. Then let me start from the side. I roll the inner arch out. And then the outer arch out. All right. Then step off the ball and feel your foot that you just rolled out. Can you feel how much more open the sole of the foot feels? How much higher the arch feels? Oh yeah, it's like a completely different foot. Okay, let's do it on the other one. So first, just rolling side to side. So the foot spends most of its time living in the shoe. It doesn't get as much exercise. All the muscles, they might start to atrophy, especially if you have to wear gnarly shoes for work. So this is really good maintenance work to do for your feet. Then curl the toes around. Spread the toes out. Curl the toes around. Spread the toes out. Then roll just behind the toe mounds and invert and evert. Oh. I really like this work because I sprain my ankles skateboarding pretty frequently, more often than I wish I would not have to sprain my ankles. So this work is really good to rehab my feet and my ankles. after I spend a bunch of time not getting to use one. All right, then the high point of the arch, pin there and roll side to side. You can, of course, spend more time doing this. Then the heel of the foot, and I twist. This is all helping to break up fascial adhesions, to break up superficial fascia that prevents movement in between the muscle and the skin, so that your muscle can release and engage better if you break up that fascial, superficial fascia. So, all right, so now I'm just going to roll the length of the foot, the middle, and I'll show you so you can see inner arch. And you can go slow and pin, oh, if I feel a gnarly spot, oh, I could just wiggle that spot a little. So you can take more time at home. Outer arch. Oh, yeah, there's a gnarly spot, I could do that. Twist it, little movement. Okay, and that's enough. Then stand with the feet hip distance and feel how much better that foot feels now, how much more open. And when a muscle can release all the way, then it can contract all the way, which is important for when we do the standing pose. You want to be able to use your feet. All right, so now let's do the foot exercise. Put your foot on the towel. Let me show you from the side. You're gonna try to pull, like pretend like you're picking up the towel with your foot, and then set it back down. Pick it up, set it back down. Then imagine the space between the big toe mound and the second toe mound and your heel. Now I want you to pretend like you're pulling that in, so see how my inner arch lifts, and then releasing it. Then pull from the big toe mound into the heel and back down. Now let me just see if you can just lift your arch. Lift the arch, drop the arch. Lift the arch, drop the arch. Lift the arch, drop the arch. Now let's try it with the other foot. Pull the toes in, like you're picking up the towel, drop it down. Pick it up, drop it down. You should stand with good posture while you're doing this. I should take my own advice. All right, then from the big toe mound, second toe mound, pull in towards the heel so the arch lifts. Let me show you. And drop. Pull in so the arch lifts, and drop. Pull in so the arch lifts, and drop. Pull in so the arch lifts, and drop. You can, of course, spend more time on these exercises. Okay, now what I'd like to be able to see is if you go for a pose, a standing pose like Warrior 2, instead of when you bend the knee, watch for all the weight to collapse onto the foot like that, to twist. Instead, can you keep this arch lifted? Watch, dropped arch, lifted active arch. Still the toes stretch even though the arch is lifted. Now I start to bend the knee, but I keep the arch. See how the arch stays lifted like that. All right, let's try it on the other foot. Arch stays lifted as I bend the knee. So I'm upright on the foot is pressed evenly. That's going to help for all your standing poses. Then how you work your feet affects your leg muscles. Just watch the tone of the leg. If I let my foot twist in, you can see how the leg muscles start to turn off. Versus, see all the muscles in the calf and see how the quadricep turns on. All right. I hope you enjoy your new and improved feet and ankles. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little technical workshop style class. Tomorrow we'll get right back to the normal yoga as promised. Thanks for watching. If you can donate, I appreciate any amount that you can help out with.